Good evening, everyone. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for the last time of the fall 2022 volleyball season. Please welcome our guests from Evans High School. They are the Trojans. And they'll be taking on Wekiva High School. Before we begin our game this evening, we ask that you please stand as we honor America with the presentation of colors by the Wekiva High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. The colors tonight are under the command of Cadet Second Lieutenant Prince Rodriguez, carrying the U.S. flag. Carrying the Florida State flag is Cadet Airman Dixie Kepler. And the rifle guards are Cadet Second Lieutenant Corbin Heasley and Cadet Staff Sergeant Brianna Hertzelian. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And now let's meet the teams as we give our thanks to the AFJ ROTC Guard for their participation in tonight's pregame festivities. We'll begin with our guests from Evans.
And we'll start with their reserves, number 6, Tanisha Michelle. Number 11, Ranisha Pitts. Number 4, Jenny Chemiscar. And number 15, Sierra Thomas. Starting on the court for the Trojans. Serving first is senior center, team captain number 3, Nakaya Jones. Serving second is senior blocker number 7, Esther Nesrush. Third in the rotation for Evans is sophomore outside hitter number 2, Ryan Nelson. Fourth in the rotation for the Trojans, senior defensive specialist number 10, Zion Henry. Serving fifth for the Trojans, senior outside hitter number 5, Morgan Rossi. And finally for the Trojans, senior defensive specialist number 13, Mackenzie Rainier. The head coach of the Trojans, Jocelyn Stewart, and assistant coach Megan Brown. And now let's meet
your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Starting with their reserves, number 2, Litzy Delgado. Number 4, Demi Lindsay. Number 10, Brianna Beaton. And number 12, Ashley Tuesday. The starting libero for the Mustangs is number 8, Dakota Locke. And And starting on the courts, 5'3" junior setter, number 3, Ashley Blanco. Serving second for the Mustangs, 5'3" senior outside hitter, number 5, Dania Jackson. Third in the rotation for the Mustangs, 5'7" sophomore outside hitter, number 11, Wekiva Blackman. Fourth in the rotation for the Mustangs, 5'7" freshman outside hitter, number 6, Maya Henderson. Serving fifth for the Mustangs, Serving fifth for the Mustangs, serving third for the Mustangs, 5'7" sophomore middle hitter, number 7, Cam Holman. And finally for Wekiva, serving sixth is 5'7" sophomore outside hitter and senior outside hitter and defensive specialist, number 11, Micaiah Blackman. No, I'll get this right in a second. 5'7" senior middle blocker, number 1, Marquia Sky McCarthy. The head coach of the Mustangs is Heather Lorenz. Assistant coaches Taylor Allard and Danielle Cochran. And the officials for tonight's game are from the Florida Professional Officials Association here in Orlando. We thank them for their dedicated service to our high school athletic programs and join them along with our participating schools, reminding everyone to make great sportsmanship a part of this and every athletic competition. A reminder that tonight's game is being live streamed on YouTube and the NFHS Network. If you have friends or family who are not able to join us in person, you can
have them over to our YouTube channel, Wekiva Sports. And watch live for free with their member interface and also tune in there.
During the pregame, the Trojans won the toss and elected to serve first. They will have the first service of set number 1, and leading their rotation is number 3, Nakia Jones. And we are underway as we got a attack at the net there by Des Roche. Mustangs able to fend it off. Free ball coming back from the Trojans this time. Over to Jackson, and that's going to count. Tonight, Jackson gets the opening kill of the night for the Mustangs. Side out to Wekiva. Substitution for Evans. Number 15, Sierra Thomas, is in for Myrie. Leading the Mustangs rotation, number 3, Ashley Blanco. Side out service back to the Trojans. Next in the rotation, Esther Desroche. Attack there by Jackson, goes to the back corner, and it's going to play pinball on the backboard that is raised for basketball. That is legal as long as it doesn't cross the net in the process of touching the ceiling. And now we get a Mustang kill by Maya Henderson. Side out to Wekiva. Next in the rotation for the Mustangs will be Anaya Jackson. But first, checking into the game for Wekiva, number 10, Brianna Beaton. Ace in the books for Jackson. Jackson is wide right, side out. Serves to the Trojans. Checking into the game for Evans. Number 4, Jenny Cheriskar. Also in for Evans, number 6, Tanisha Michelle. Next to serve, Zari Nelson. Mustangs settle for a free ball on their opening volley. And Evans sends a free ball right back. Going to the middle. And nothing there for Cam Holman. Down attack for Cheriskar. Handled by Locke, and Wekiva settles for a free ball going back. And a tough placement on the set there by Thomas, and so that'll be a side out to the Mustangs. Next to the rotation for Wekiva, number 7, Cam Holman. Service away, and that one's a little short and into the net. Side out back to the Trojans. Next to the rotation for Evans will be number 15, Sierra Thomas. Service away for Thomas. That's a soft one headed to the right middle. And Jackson did not put enough coins in the payphone for long distance. Thomas with her second service. This one is a little farther back to the middle. Jackson has it. A soft set, and Henderson is just not able to recover it, and so that will put Evans into the lead for the first time of the match. Service away, that one is soft and wide right, goes straight to the R1.
Service back to the Mustangs. Maya Henderson next to the rotation for Wekiva.
Welcome to the Mustang Arena here on Senior Night 2022 for the class of 2023. Ace for Henderson. And you hear the JV team cheering them on from the sidelines. She's a freshman, and indeed she is. Second service coming up for her. That's another good-looking one. This one, though, is handled by Nelson, who sends it straight back over. Locke barely able to get there in time. And a little battle at the net, and we're going to get a call whistle here from the R2, and he says Mustangs are called in the net. Side out to the Trojans. And a substitution, number 7, Esther Desroche, is in for Tanisha Michelle. On the Mustang side, Tammy Lindsay comes into the game for Maya Henderson. Next to serve will be Miranda Lewis-Jean. 6 serving 6 here at Mustang Arena on Senior Night. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs and Sports Information Director here at Wekiva High School. Quick kill from number 10, Brianna Beaton. And Beaton also has the next service Wekiva. Nice rhythm there on the timing, catching Evans off guard. They were looking for that attack to come on the way down, not on the way up. Short-lived victory, though, as service returns to the Trojans. But first, checking into the game for the Mustangs, Micaiah Blackman returns. Next to serve for Evans will be number 4, Jenny Cherisar. Service away for Cherisar, and Wekiva having some trouble. They will actually do a lot better than one might have predicted as they recover and get a decent attack from Micaiah Blackman. Gets the Mustang kill. Service returns to the Mustangs, and serving as libero for Wekiva, number 8, Dakota Locke. So that last service, you would think the Mustangs would have been happy to get out of that with a free ball, but no, they in fact get the attack from Blackman and turn it into a kill. Locke had a good-looking serve, but just a bit outside. Service back to the Trojans. Checking into the game for Evans, number 13, Mackenzie Riggins, and she will serve next. Short serve, Locke is barely able to get there in time, does get it back over, but solo kill by Sierra Thomas. That's her first kill tonight. Service away. This one's going to Jackson, got a good look. And it is outside, not touched by Evans. So the Trojans a 2-point lead, 10 serving 8 now here in the first set at Mustang Arena. This is the final regular season home game of fall 2022. This is season 16 of Mustang Volleyball coming to an end tonight here in South Apopka. And Evans finally getting a little bit disrupted there and not able to get it placed where they could get it over the net. Side out to the Mustangs. Ashley Blanco now at the top of the rotation for Wekiva. But first, Maya Henderson returns to the game for the Mustangs. Blanco, a good look, and causes a little bit of a traffic pileup on the Evans side. Ashley Blanco with the Mustang kill. Her first tonight, that ties the set at 10. And Blanco's service continues. Service away, it's high and long and barely covered by Evans, although Wekiva not ready for that. They got one more hit to get it over, and it's going to have to go a mile, and it does. Evans free balls right back. Now a more traditional attack. I don't think that's what Cam Holman meant to do, but it worked out. And now we have probably the longest service of the night going on so far. And Micaiah Blackman just didn't get under the ball. She had to step back, and she was hitting from behind and couldn't get enough mustard on it to send it over the net. Service
back to the Trojans next in their rotation. Number 7 is Roach.
And as Roche opens her service with an ace. 12-10 lead, a 2-point advantage for Evans here in the first set. Back-to-back aces for Desroche. Side out to the Mustangs. Returning to the game for Wekiva, number 10, Brianna Beaton. And next to serve for Wekiva, Denia Jackson. Ace for Jackson. Her second tonight. Back-to-back unreturned services for Jackson. And that will tie the game at 13. Wekiva trying to make a comeback here in the first set. Checking into the game for Evans, number 6, Tanisha Michelle. Jenny Cheriskar checks into the game for Evans. Next in the rotation, Zaria Nelson. Mustangs pick up a couple of unreturned services in a row to retake that 2-point lead that they had a moment ago. Micaiah Jones on the kill. A little bit of confusion personnel-wise on Wekiva's part. Serves back to the Trojans. Next up, Sierra Thomas. Called by Mark McCarthy. That's Maya Henderson starting next. Back-to-back aces. And now Wekiva takes a 5-point lead, 20-15. Set point Mustangs. Rotation error points to the Trojans. All right, that takes us to the end of the first set, 25-18, the final score of set number one, and the Mustangs take a 1-0 lead. Now, we mentioned something about a giveaway, and we're going to do that right now.
Ashley, where are you? Okay, we got a little bin of numbers over here. If you are interested in playing to win, if you want to win, go ahead and draw a number right now. Draw a number. That's going to be the order that you play it. We're going to play it until somebody hits the target. First person to hit the target with a legal service wins the 2 tickets. All right, I got 2 Disney tickets. They're valid
December 21st, I believe. Excuse me, December 16th. So I have 2 tickets that are valid from now to December 16th. They are park hoppers, so you and a guest can enjoy a free day at your choice of any of the 4 Disney theme parks. So again, if you want to play, go see
Ashley. She's handing out numbers. Pick a number.
That's battery. Oh, can you take this to James then? You're good, right?
All right, who's got the lowest number? Lowest number. Whoever has the lowest number, they need the ball.
All right, lowest number. I need you line up where you see the Mustangs in the blue stripe behind the home service line. If you're playing and you drew a number, line up on the Mustangs blue stripe in the order that you drew your numbers, okay? All right, first person to hit the target with a legal serve wins. All right, we're going to move this along. We're going to start sending the balls back to you. You can shoot in any order. First person to hit it wins. All right, we have a winner here. What's your name? Vanessa. Congratulations, Vanessa. We have a winner. We're going to do some more of this stuff during the boys volleyball season and during season. We're also going to do some basketball themed contests during basketball season, so make sure you come. We'll have more opportunities for you to win. Congratulations, Vanessa. Come see me and we'll get you squared away. Welcome back to Mustang Arena, where we are ready now for the second set. I hope everyone is going to practice during the off season, so the next time we have that contest, it doesn't take that long. All right, welcome back to Mustang Arena. Thanks for your patience while we got things going here for the second set. We tried to do a contest between set one and set two, which was successful, just took a little longer than we thought it would be. Mustangs out to a 3-1 lead here in set number two. Very back and forth contest during the first set. But then the Mustangs pulled away once the score got into the teens. Wekiva went on a run and then did not relinquish it. Kill there by Desroche, and now serving is Nakia Jones. And Evans manages to get out of a pickle. Side out to Wekiva.
Next in the rotation for the Mustangs, receiving Cam Holman.
Holman with an ace. Back-to-back aces for Holman. Her first and second aces of the night. 6-2 now. Service away, this one will be handled, and a very tough set, but nevertheless, Sierra Thomas picks up the kill. Her third of the night, side out to Evans.
Next in rotation is Desroche.
So credit to Sierra Thomas there, who did not get a lot of help on the set, had a very rough ball handling situation and was able to get there, and now that was placed too far ahead of Maya Henderson. By the time she reacted, she couldn't get there to get over the net. Now an attack error at the net puts the Trojans within one. 5 serving 6 the score. Mustangs lead the match 1-0. Another attack error by Wekiva, and we're now all tied up at 6. Good looking strike there from Tania Jackson. Not a direct kill, but certainly set into motion a series of events that led to a side out service to the Mustangs. Maya Henderson will serve next, but first checking into the game for Evans number 6, Tanisha Michelle. Tania Jackson on the kill, her third tonight. And a free ball comes just to the short side of the net. Ashley Blanco is there to get it. And knock, who's there? Nobody. So we're back to the Trojans on the Mustang side.
Jenny Truescar in for the Trojans.
Here comes Beaton. Hard hits, and Jones is able to get under it. Now Blanco sets up Beaton again. This time it goes to Nelson. She's got it. Now a swat from Thomas. Jackson handles that one. Jackson pushes Locke out of the way, and is she in? Yes, she is. No, overruled by the R1. They're going to say that was out. Checking into the game for the Trojans, Siam Hyrie. Service away, Blanco sets it over the net and gets what she was looking for. Ashley Blanco with the tipped kill. Service back to Wekiva. Next up for the Mustangs, Brianna Beaton. Too much mustard there. And the Trojans request their first timeout of set number 2. Back with more from Mustang Arena right after the break. There was a potential rotation error, but it was caught before any services were made. Therefore, the original score before the timeout of 9-9 is correct, but Wekiva has the serve. And now serving is number 10, Brianna Beaton. All right, so we had to adjust for inflation, carry the one, and do some calculation there. Finally got everything squared away. Evans with the ball handling error will be a free point for Wekiva. Okay, we're going to correct the score one more time, and so 10 serving 8 we now believe to be correct. And we're going to get an explanation here from the official. Unfortunately, volleyball does not allow half points, so we can't split the difference. Mark McCarthy on the Mustang kill. Strike that, a lift is called on the Mustangs, and so side out to the Trojans. Next up, Zion Myrie. Just a bit too far. And that'll tie the match, or tie the set rather, at 10. And they're going to say that McCarthy touched it last and hit it out. So the Trojans take their first lead of the second set. Ace for Zion Myrie. Service away. Blanco sets to Jackson, and that's found by Nelson. And a fake dump by Jones. It works. Nakaya Jones on the tip kill.
Noah has 3 siblings.
Ace for Myrie. And finally,
service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation to serve as Romero, number 8.
And Locke serves it low into the net. Service back to Evans. Checking into the game for the Trojans, Esther Desroche.
Next to serve will be Miranda for his team.
Mustangs can't get it over in 3. Miscue there on the set on the attack. 6-2 serving the line now. Trojans need to pick up 9. Mustangs need to pick up 13 first. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 6, Maya Henderson. Ashley Blanco now serves at the top of the rotation. So we go back to the top of the card. And poor placement on the pass leaves it in no man's land. And as Roche can't get there, free point for Wekiva. That closes the lead to 3. Blanco again, the number 1 position server. And a free ball coming up for Wekiva. Opportunity here. Locke sets it, and there's the attack from Henderson. And that's going to count as Evans is not able to return it inbounds. Henderson on the kill. Her third tonight. Wekiva closes the gap to 2.
Trojans called into the nets. Service remains for the Mustangs.
And a sole kill opportunity, and she takes it. That's Maya Henderson on the Mustangs kill. And just like that, Wekiva has come back from a 5-point deficit to tie the game, and they continue with the service. Ashley Blanco, ace. It's her first ace of the night. She also has 2 kills. Service away. And there's that infamous tip dump attempt. This time Wekiva is there and ready for it, and it's Denia Jackson with a Mustang kill. Her 4th tonight. Wekiva takes a 2-point lead, and we're going to get a substitution. Into the game for Evans, number 15, Sierra Thomas. Mustangs currently riding a 6-point streak. Service number 7 away now for Blanco. And I don't know that that's quite exactly what Holman meant to do, but it got the ball over at least. And now an attack on the score table, under siege. Service back to the Mustangs. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 10, Brianna Beaton. And next to serve, Tania Jackson. A little too much on that one. Service back to the Trojans. Minute there, it looked like Jenny Cheriskar wanted to sub out, but nobody came in for her, so on we go. 1-point ball game, and did she stay on the right side? Yes, she did. Cam Holman on the kill. She'll also have the next service for Wekiva. Service back to the Trojans. Checking into the game next for Evans is number 6, Tanisha Michelle. Here comes the attack from Nelson. It goes to Blanco. She's got that one handled. Maya Henderson with a soft touch for the Mustangs kill. That's her 5th kill of the night. She'll also have the next service. Mustangs continue to oscillate between 1 and 2 points in the lead. Trojans starting to run out of runway here as Henderson grazes the net, but manages to keep it on the far side. Here comes Beaton, and she's got it. Brianna Beaton on the kill. Her 3rd of the night. Mustangs extend their lead to 3. 3 more points to close the set. Service away for Henderson. And it's coming right back over in 1. Blanco manages to get there. Wekiva has to settle for a free ball, but can't get the angle on it that they were looking for. Side out to the Trojans. Tammy Lindsay is into the game for the Mustangs. Next to serve for Evans, it's Ryan Nelson. And that's into the net. Service back to Wekiva. 23 serving 20 for number 10, Brianna Beaton. Trojans would need to score 5 before the Mustangs score 2. Here comes the attack from Cheriskar. Block has that one. And Henderson had to reach behind her to get to that one, but at least got it over the net. Good placement on the set. Jackson has a nice attack, and it's going to count. Tania Jackson. Her 5th kill of the night. Set point, Wekiva. Blanco sets. McCarthy can't close the deal. And that set is too hot, but Evans fails to get under it anyway, and that takes us to the end of set number 2. 25-20 is the final score of the second set. And the Mustangs take a 2-0 lead for the match over the Trojans. Back with more from Mustang Arena right after the break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. It's a 2-0 match so far for Wekiva. Initial sets of 25-18 and 25-20. We are gathered here on senior night as we recognized 3 Mustang players and 5 Evans players who are participating in their final regular season home match tonight as we close the 2022 fall volleyball season, season 16 of Mustang Athletics. Want to give a shout out to our Wekiva TV broadcast production program, Keith Dickerson and his students are bringing you the video aspects of tonight's game, and we appreciate their support as always. Volleyball games can be tricky coverage-wise, but this was one that we knew was important, and so, of course, we've been using what I affectionately call the robo-camera all year to put our games on the NFHS network, because that does not require a crew. It just requires us to program it. But for tonight, being a special occasion, we wanted to have the whole crew out, so we have 3 cameras going as well as full announcing. Jackson makes the first attack and manages to trip up Sierra Thomas. Denia Jackson gets her first kill of the set, her 6th of the match. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 6, Maya Henderson. Ashley Blanco serves first for Wekiva. Ace for Blanco. Henderson wanted a piece of that one, and then at the very last second, he said, hey, wait a minute. I don't have to hit that. Trojans on the board for the 3rd set. One serving 2 now. That one's a little too hot. Service back to Wekiva. Brianna Beaton is into the game for Micaiah Blackman. And the attack went through the antenna. That is out. Denia Jackson has the dig. There's the set to Henderson. Nice placement, but it's handled by Jones. Cam Ullman wins the battle at the net for the Mustangs. That's her 2nd kill of the night. 5-1 the score for Wekiva. A potential match set here for Wekiva as they lead 2-0. So a victory here will end the night. Evans would need to win this set in order to stay alive. Going to the ground is Nelson, who has it. Locke has it in the other direction. And a nice shot there from Maya Henderson on the Mustang kill. Her 6th kill of the night. So the Mustangs with their best opening of any of the 3 sets so far, 7-1. Wekiva has struggled with second sets the entire season. And that seemed to be the case here as well. Mackenzie Riggins picks up the side out for Evans. Checking into the game for Evans, number 6, Tanisha Michal. Also in for Evans, number 4, Jenny Cheriskar. Mustangs with an attack error, donate a free points to the Trojans. That takes the lead down to 4. 3 serving 7. Low serve comes in hot for Eaton, but she has there and gets it back over. Solo kill for Sierra Thomas. Her 4th of the night. Michelle's service continues. 3 in a row for Evans, and it'll end there. Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 7, Cam Holman. Swing and a miss. Service back to the Trojans. 5 serving 8 now for number 5, Miranda Lewis-Jean. And Locke and Blanco get tangled up there, managed to get away with it. Mustangs settle for a free ball, and now too much mustard from Sierra Thomas. Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 6, Maya Henderson. Henderson's first serve away. It's a hot one. Skips off the net, and it's handled by Lewis-Jean. Now coming back the other way. Blanco gets under it. It's going to come from the back row. Jackson with a soft touch. Trojans able to get there. They settle for a free ball coming back the other way. Locks it to Blanco. Now headed over to Beaton. She finds the back, and Michelle has that one. Back to Wekiva. Here comes Henderson. Soft touch to the middle. Henderson has to dive to get back to it. Wasn't ready for it to come over in one hit. And now again, free ball single hit return, and now Nelson has to send it into the antenna. That's out. McCarthy a bit outside there. Tammy Lindsay is into the game for the Mustangs.
Mustangs. Service back to the Trojans. Up comes Jenny Churliskar.
Service faults. Side out to Wekiva. Next up for the Mustangs, Brianna Beaton. Beaton with an ace. Serving 6. Wekiva in command of the third set here. First 2 sets were very back and forth until the end, and Wekiva just outlasted the Trojans on stamina. This one has been all Wekiva from the beginning, or nearly all Wekiva. Evans has had a couple of runs of 3. Short pass, but it's too low for Nelson to do anything but a free ball. Denia Jackson has a nice look at it and cashes in. Denia Jackson picks up her 7th kill of the night. Speaking of kills, Mustangs with 23 so far, Evans with 10. Wekiva with 12 aces, Evans with 4. So that's 35 earned points for Wekiva, 14 for Evans and add one more now as Beaton picks up another ace. Her second. Beaton again. That one is wide left. It's back to the Trojans, but first, checking into the game for Evans. Number 7, Mr. Desroche. Mustangs also will send in number 11.
Kyle Lockman.
Attack error donates a free points to the Trojan cause. 8 serving 14 now. Trojans called into the net, side out to the Mustangs. Serving as libero next for Wekiva, number 8, Dakota Locke. Locke with an ace. Locke again, good look, it goes right to the middle. And Cheriskar is a little too slow to react. Back-to-back aces, Locke. Mustangs now 8 points away from closing out the season with a win. Locke bags the turkey. Maybe mixing metaphors with volleyball and bowling there, but 3 consecutive aces. And this time, Sierra Thomas wisely ducks out of the way. Boy, if that had been during the contest, that would have hit the target. Side out to the Mustangs. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 6, Maya Henderson. And Wekiva returns to the top of the card with Ashley Blanco. So we go back to first rotation. Blanco fires away. It high arcing goes to the backhand. It's handled by Thomas. Locke setting up Henderson, and it's going to stay in play. Nelson with the dig. Now Blanco going to Jackson, who finds a good spot, but it's handled by Cheriskar. Now free ball coming back. Mustangs with an opportunity. Here comes Henderson, and it bounces off of Nelson. Maya Henderson. And that takes us to 20 serving 9 as a piece of debris just off the court that the R2 is going to go get. It looked like a tissue or something that makes him braver than I. Here comes Blanco. Barely getting to it in time. We have a traffic pileup. And it touched the ground. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 2, Litzy Delgado. So Coach Lorenz, thinking that the end may be near, would like to get Delgado in the books for a varsity game. And so Blanco retires from service, and good-looking first serve, and it's an ace. Lindsay Delgado with her first serve of the match. It's an ace. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 12, Ashley Tuzet, and we'll pause for a timeout. First time out of the third set taken by Evans. Back with the conclusion of season 16 from Mustang Arena in a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. 22 serving 9 for the Mustangs. Lindsay Delgado gets her first varsity service of the season, and it's an ace. So she's 1 for 1, a 100% ace ratio for tonight's game. See if she can make it 2. And almost. Can argue about whether that was an ace or not, since it was not a direct end of service off of the serve, but certainly the quality of that service led directly to the side out. That one a little bit too low, but good looking service from Lindsay Delgado. Looking forward to seeing more from her next season. Serves back to the Trojans. Next up, number 3, Guy Jones. Blind set to behind her for Desrose. An interesting attempt there. Set by Delgado. Attack there from Jackson. Returned by Evans. And Tuzet and Delgado couldn't quite decide who was going to take that one. And so neither one of them do. 11 serving 23 now. Wekiva needs to score 2 before Evans scores 14. Delgado with a weak set. Jackson put it over though. A little better set that time for Delgado. Locke makes the attack. Evans trying to get it over in 3, and a swing and a miss from Desroche. Side out, service to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, Denia Jackson. Match point, Mustangs. Service back to the Trojans. Checking in for them is number 6, Sanasia Michelle, and she'll serve next. On the Mustangs side, Cam Holman is back in. course, rally scoring in high school, so every service is match point, unless Evans should get 12 in a row. Cam Holman is called into the net, which I think could have been observed from a satellite. Returning to the game for the Mustangs, Ashley Blanco. I think Coach Lorenz has realized she wants to go home. So starters back in for Wekiva. Attack there from Beaton, and an interesting technique, but it's effective, as Beaton is not able to get it over the net. So Evans not willing to go quietly into that good night. They've closed it to 10 now. 14 serving 24. It remains match point for Wekiva. Ace for Tanisha Michelle. Her first ace of the night. And a rough placement by Blanco does not leave Cam Holman a lot of options, so an attack error there. And Evans has closed it to 8. Still match point for Wekiva. Any service victory for Wekiva will immediately end the match. And now too much heat by Henderson. Closes it to 7. Currently a 6-point streak for Evans. Jackson with a good-looking attack. Evans handles it, though. Here comes Henderson. And that is outside. So now a 7-point streak. Evans picking 7 in a row here to close to a 6-point game. They need to pick up 7 more before Wekiva gets even 1, but they made it halfway there. Ace for Tasia Michelle. That's her second of the night and of this series. So now 8 in a row. And now Evans needs 5 more, and that'll do it. That takes us to the end of the match and the end of the season. A valiant comeback effort by the Trojans, with the Mustangs hang on for a 25-19 final score in the third set. And the Mustangs take a 3-0 victory over the Trojans on senior night. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to support your Mustang and Trojan athletes, whether you're here in the arena or whether you tuned in on YouTube or the NFHS network. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe before you go. We appreciate that. And we are looking forward to seeing you for football. We've got 2 more home games for that. We've got homecoming against Jones coming up on the 21st, and then we will be hosting a Popka for senior night on November 4th. And then, of course, we look forward to bringing you a lot of basketball here from Mustang Arena as well. But this concludes season 16 of Mustang Volleyball. And congratulations once again to Sai, Danny, and Tammy, our 3 senior members of the class of 2023. Those of you here in the arena, please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Those of you watching online, thanks again to Keith Dickerson and his entire program at Wekiva TV Broadcast Production. For all of them, this is Mark Varsity, the voice of Mustangs, wishing you a good night and a great rest of your week. This has been a presentation of Wekiva High School Athletics in association with Orange Technical College, both a proud part of Orange County Public Schools. Good night from Mustang Arena here in South Apopka.